What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Project Zomboid. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today. So a little bit of a 4-word, 5-word, 6-word, whatever word. This is going to be far more than 6 words. But anyways, I actually recorded an episode in between this one and the last one where I came all the way up north and I checked all of the farmhouses for an axe. That was the only thing that I was looking for, and unfortunately I didn't find one, so I decided just to cut all the footage because it turned out to be an episode where I just like ran around for 25 minutes, and so unfortunately it wasn't really that productive. However, now that we've searched everything up on the north end of the map, I think that puts us in a really good position right now to go down. There's a warehouse here, and I think that if we go to the warehouse, we should be able to find the axe that we're looking for. It's a little bit disappointing to me that axes have been nerfed to such an extent to where you can't find them anymore. They used to be fairly common, and that was a factoid that I was pretty thankful for, simply based on the fact that you need the axe in order to actually start playing the game. Are you actually going to fall down at any point? There we go. And so in order to start playing the game, you need the axe because you have to be able to chop down trees. That allows you to get wood, giggity. Once you have wood, you can then go in and build houses and all kinds of fun stuff like that with it. And so we are all the way up at the north end of the map. And so what that's going to require us to do is actually move back down to the south. We're going to have to go into the big city. It's going to be risky. It's definitely going to be a job that may turn out very poorly for us. Our character is winded and tired, so it might be a decent idea for us to bed down somewhere for a little bit. It's 6:30. I think I have enough food on me right now to where we can get by. Yeah, we should be all right there. We got a radish on this side. Ew. I don't know if I want to eat a raw radish. That sounds like it might be a little bit gnarly for me. And inside of here we got a whole bunch of other stuff. Just so you know what we have on us, you should always save your chocolate just in case your character gets depressed or unhappy. It is a good thing to keep around in those instances. You're going to see a lot of zombie bodies around. That's because I hit everything. Seriously, I went over to the church over here. I hit everything on my way up and through town. And unfortunately, there was nothing. Axes have been nerfed really severely. And I'm not sure why that is, because it's a... My logic would be this. The axe, if it's going to be so rare, should no longer be a part of the construction chain that allows you to build stuff in single player. I don't know if it was a nerf that was made to make multiplayer more productive, or if it was a nerf that was made to make the whole game more difficult, but tracking down an axe has now taken us around 11 or 12 episodes, and we still haven't even found one, and that's with me running around in between episodes looking for it. And so, okay, so we got Zeds down here. Let me see if I can get this one's attention. And we may try to sleep in this house tonight. Just pick a house, any house. We'll start this thing off like a magic trick. And then poof, I will make your windows disappear, for I am Cornnut Collins. Cornnut Collins likes to break the windows. The windows are very easily shattered, and I like to hit them with my hammer. Daddy taught me how to do that. Also how to pry off hubcaps. Come on. Wow, we just cannot get this one, can we? I believe that someday we will knock this zombie down, and it will be awesome. I don't think that counted right there. It scared me, though. Pretty sure it didn't count. She's looking kind of winded. That might also be the other problem. She's also looking a tad panicky. One down right there. And then if I can stay on this one, we can get it before anything else goes wrong. Come on, zombie. Bequeath your brains unto the ground, for it is the kind thing to do. You want any blue pants or anything? Fetch my blue pants. Alright, so let's get inside a house here. I prefer to stay in a house that had multiple floors. I really hope if we end up at this point with an alarm going off, that is also going to be very concerning. But if we can get into any one of these houses, I think we'll be in pretty decent shape. Let's check our stats real fast. We have a dirty bandage on our head. We'll take that off. I forgot that I even had that on my head. Oh, really? We stayed scratched, huh? Ooh. Alright, well, we'll have to figure that out in just a moment. I think I still have band-aids on me somewhere. Band-aids! And if I don't have band-aids, did we just rip our pants while trying to open a window? I think we might have ripped our pants while trying to open a window. That's embarrassing. Come on, let me on in. I know you want me to. Come on, house. I want to be inside you right now. Let me be inside you so that we can just dwell together in the house of the corn nut forever. Burglar alarm. Okay, we look solid. Let's close that off. We're going to close up the curtains while we're here. And now the next thing we need to find is something to take care of that scratch, which I thought that that would be healed by now. I guess that it's not, though. Let's be careful in these back rooms. There's always a chance that one of the Zeds will try and get you. Alright, so let's rip that up into band-aids, and we'll put one on our head right now. We got a gun in there, which is pretty cool. It doesn't do much damage. We already have a gun, but it's back at our house. It's not with us right now. The gun has left us, unfortunately. Yea, let us all together feel sorrow, for the gun has left us. It has gone to another place called our other house that I probably never be able to find ever again because I should have marked it on a Project Zomboid map. Let's rip you into sheets. Yes, and where did those sheets go? Are those sheets up here? Those sheets are up here, aren't they? Apply forth the bandage to my head. And then we can ditch the dirty rag as well. And I would say we should probably take, like, I don't know. There's far too many sheets right there for us to take all of them. So we'll just take half for right now. We're fairly well overweight anyways to begin with. So it's problematic from my current viewpoint. We've got a little bit of cheese right there. Processed cheese, just in case you were looking for a little bit of computerized queso. Got canned peas up in here. There's no can opener. I don't think I brought one with me, which is a little bit unfortunate. We'll go with peanut butter. That'll work. Eat all the peanut butter. Canned sardines. I've never been a big sardines fan, but then again, I haven't eaten them enough times to really tell you whether or not I like them. It's kind of like one of those foods that I've had. It didn't leave a lasting impression on me. It was just kind of like, okay, sardines. God, it is so dark right now. Meanwhile, I'm terrified. Why can't I see? Am I, like, blinded at the moment? I'm going to close off everything right here, just in case. And then following my standard rule here, we got a crowbar up in here. Do you have to wield the crowbar with one hand or with two hands? Because that's about to break. And so I think it might be a better plan for me to bring along a crowbar for a little bit. We'll play with that as a weapon. I can equip it as my primary. It looks like you can swing it with one hand, so it'll probably be alright. I think it counts as a blunt weapon. I would like to sleep behind doors right now. I realize there's a window in every room, so no matter what I do here, this is probably going to be a really, really risky prospect, but still, yeah, there's a window in every room. That's bad. That's really, really bad, but we're pretty tired, so I think it might be a good idea to, we've got empty bottles going on. Got a water bottle right there. Let's ditch an empty bottle right there, and we're going to take this one out of... Well, I thought there was another one. Wasn't there? Yeah, there's another one right there. We'll put that in our general inventory for right now, so that hopefully later on, it will get itself a promotion. Although, where do you go from general? Where do you go from general? You're already at the top of the chain. I guess you can get some extra stars or whatever. That'll make you pretty happy. That'll get rid of thirst, hunger, and unhappiness. Apparently, the developers think very, very highly of wine. Let's go to bed. We'll sleep till morning. Hopefully, there's no, like, random gunshots or anything. As I understand it, that sort of stuff... Oh, look, there's no graphic for the crowbar just yet. It's still a baseball bat. Alright, well, I can use that to my advantage. Is there anything else in here that I wanted to pack in before we leave? There wasn't a whole lot of stuff here, so... Meh. Canned sardines. We can't get any of this open without a can opener. I don't think I brought one with me. Let me look. I wasn't expecting to be out of the house for this long. This wasn't an excursion that I figured would take this long. So, yeah, we've got a lot of random stuff around here. It'll have to do for right now. We'll drink, we'll fill up everything that we can, get some water all nice and down our gullet. There we go. Alright. And so it's back out into the hood. We're just going to follow this road. That's the only thing we're doing in this episode, just following this big, long, lonely road. And I swear to God, if anybody does a Green Day impression right now, I'm going to scream. So just don't do it. I will scream on camera. I'll just go, "Eh," and people outside will think that I'm being murdered, or perhaps bothered in a way that I requested not to be. There are a lot of zombies around here. This is the school. So we duck past all of you guys and gals. Oh, there's a fence right there, and I ran smack into it because my panic is high enough at this point to where my view range is being diminished. We're going to follow this all the way down until it ends. Like, seriously, there's an elbow at the end of this, and that's where we're headed. Hopefully our panic will go down a little bit quicker. As far as skills go, did we level up blunt, or we just got another skill point? Balls. Okay, I was hoping we could level up blunt one more time so our accuracy would go up, but what are you going to do about it? Come on. Give him the crowbar. There it is. This guy over here, I don't like your shirt, so I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you. I don't think the crowbar is quite as good as the hammer. There's a comb over there, just in case you wanted to comb through the streets for the things that you were looking for. Let's continue to run off this way. I'm going to use this time to get some XP, all nice and built up for our sprint skill, even though it's pretty high. I'm also going to get off the beaten trail right here. I guess I'm going to get off the road and onto a beaten trail, so that maybe we can duck a couple of these guys. Once we get to the warehouse, so there's a warehouse all the way down at the bottom. If you ever watch my playthrough of Muldraw, the warehouse tends to be one of the first places that everybody goes when they're familiar with the map. Now, in the case of this series, what I decided to do is I decided just to go blind because I've never played on this map before, but at this point it's become readily apparent that playing blind is not going to do it. Somebody left some oil in the street. You should kitty litter that. It's not okay. Don't be that guy that leaves oil spots all over the street. It's rude. Makes your neighborhood look all nasty, although, frankly, if it's any time near the first rain, I don't know, potholes are worse. Government never comes by and fixes potholes. That's like the biggest problem I've ever seen with like the municipalities and roads and things in California anyways. Because the state went bankrupt a while back, and because of that there was like no money to fix roads, and so every now and again you'll go into a neighborhood. I think this is where I want to be right here. We want to follow this until it turns into like a mercantile district, I think. There's a dead guy over there. I don't even know what I'm working for right now. In all honesty, this is kind of a weird situation. Now, since this counts as a bat, it should be able to hit multiple people at the same time, I think. Let me get a little bit of range right here. Oh, it did not. Okay, so I guess it does not behave like a bat. It behaves like something quite different. Like the bat would have hit both of them right there. So I think there might be too many of them for me to just like sit down here. Well, there's some gunshots to draw them off in a different direction in case you were looking to do some artistry. Let's get across the street for right now. We got a speedy on us. That one came out of the bushes to try and grab us. I don't know exactly what I'm heading for right now. I'm a little bit off the grid as far as my understanding of my location. Yeah, I think the crowbar was an unfortunate decision. It does not appear to be as good as the other weapon that we once wielded. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to follow this all the way down. Either way, going towards the edge of town is not going to hurt us. We're a little bit hungry right now. We're a little bit winded, which could come back to haunt us a little bit. I think that if we just keep moving, though, we should be alright. I think. Let's maybe cut through. I mean, if we got really lucky, one of these doors or one of these windows would be open. I don't know why you're saying it's a surprise. You know there's a horde behind us, right? You understand that. If one of these houses would be open, that would be just splendiferous. It would be the greatest. Alright, so there goes a Zed right there. I think they think I went in the house. Yeah, they think I went in the house. So this will buy us a little bit of time. I'm actually going to take a little rest right now. We'll figure it out. We'll close the curtains. And we'll close the curtains right there. Let's go ahead and check this thing for anything we can eat. Let's eat an entire head of lettuce, which is absolutely delicious. I'm lying. It was not delicious. It was awful, and I hated every moment of it. Cheeseburger! Let's get that thing down. Yup. We're going to be full as hell by the time we get out of here. There it is. That nice dark green. That's what I like to see. Well fed. Just keeping ourselves comfortable. I should probably check this house. I think that was that house right there that we just heard an intrusion take place. But it might be worth it just to check this one. Because if we have an adversary in the area, we would do well to eliminate him or her. Carrot seeds packet. And some nails. I'll take the nails because they're light and they're going to be required for anything else that we decide to do. We'll have to be very careful. I hear shuffling. We're going to have to be careful about that broken window, but I don't see there being that many problems as long as before we go to sleep or before we rest or anything like that, we just kind of like, this room right here is perfect. Let's rest for a couple minutes. See if we can get rid of that winded trait, that moderate exertion. That's not even light exertion. That's quite a bit more. And so with our slightly fed here, we should be able to get that under control. Let me take a moment. I think we may play a little bit. I guess we might wax domestic right here and just hang out in this location. Let's eat the entire cherry. That one whole cherry that we just ate. It fills up our stomach to the brim. How could I ever be so satisfied with one cherry? That's going to be thirst plus 40. That's fine. We can deal with that. Thirst plus 40 is not that big of a deal. A lot of these places have some baseline materials that we could use. But cooking for beginners. Yeah, let's read that for a little while. I don't think that that's going to hurt us too much. It'll also make it... I think, didn't we have like a slowed down ability to read or something like that, though? I thought we had, I don't know, some kind of... Yeah, we're a slow reader. We like to peruse. They're like me. Maybe she has like some kind of... So for me, it's just because I can't pay attention long enough to like read 1 page or 2 pages, and so I got to reread them like 400 times. Or B, if I'm reading something complicated, I got to read it a couple times over just to make sure that I get it down. I think we should be able to finish this off without too many problems. There's a book laying right over there. And if we get beginner carpentry 1, that'd save us... I'm sorry, this is beginner cooking. If we get beginner cooking done, this is just a bypass time anyways. It's not even that big of a deal. Okay, so beginner cooking 1... That should give us a buff, right, to our first level of cooking. Make us go a little bit faster. Fantastic. And then we've got an empty notebook right there. Let's just read the book for a minute till our boredom goes away. There it is. Boredom all nice and gone. Let's grab the salmon out of there. We'll put the salmon inside of here and we'll turn that on. This will probably take a couple minutes to get that all nice and cooked up. Is it cooking? Oh, okay. Cool. I don't like how it closes that menu right there. Alright, so very shortly that should be done. We're going to bed at 3 in the morning. This is becoming too realistic. This is becoming a very real simulator for me. All of a sudden it's 3 in the morning, got things to do, and unfortunately you're bad at paying attention to like what you should be doing. We'll eat an entire salmon. I will more than likely sleep in that room that has no windows, because it's the best way to avoid peeping Toms, peeping Jacks, peeping Jills, all that kind of stuff. Peking duck, all that. Let's go sleep right here. I say we give it probably like 9 hours and we should be good. I don't want to waste the entire next day, but I definitely like to catch some Z's. It looks like we could have done with just like 7 or 8 hours, maybe 6 even. Okay, so are we hungry anymore? Is a bottle with remoulade. I don't know if you can eat remoulade by itself. That seems like it might be a little bit rough. We'll eat the ramen noodles though right now. I still don't have a can opener because I didn't bring one with. What kind of... Their kitchen has no sink. Do you see that? They must have bought this place on discount. It's a little bit wacky. A kitchen with no sink. Sorry, real estate agent. That one's going to be a real tough sell. I'm like, wait, you brought me to a house that has no sink in the kitchen? What are you doing right now, real estate agent? What are you doing right now? That's a bit more than a fixer-upper. That's a bit more than a fixer-upper. No, that song does not apply here. A kitchen with no sink? So I got to go to the bathroom every time I want to do dishes. Fantastic. Oh, look, it looks like I've been engaged in war down here somewhere, or at least somebody has. If it wasn't me, it was somebody else. I think we're a little bit filled up at the moment. It might be a decent idea to start ditching some stuff. Let's see here. We got 5 pens, 3 pencils. My God. I'm carrying around so much stuff right now. Like so many rando pieces of equipment. So what is this down here? Like a shopping mall? Or like what's going on here? Unfortunately, they're choosing to migrate right when I'm trying to do my infiltration. What are those right there? I think if I can keep it to the wall right now, we can actually investigate this and figure out what it's supposed to be. Oh, the door was open. Oh, shit. There's a zombie right there. That scared me. It's so dark in here. Wait, did that count as a bite? Hold on. I took a swing right there. How come it didn't count as a hit? I don't know if that counted for either of us. I think the game just wonked out on both of us. Maybe my facing was off. I can't see because it's so dark. There we go. Did that count? Let's take a look. I have slight body damage. No, it looks like we're okay. I actually really feel like wearing pants right now. I'm not feeling the skirt any longer. I think that... Let's go with some pants. Let's do some pantalones. We'll equip them as our... Where's the wear? There it is. She'll wear those. I'm going to throw cooking for beginners out because we don't need it anymore. How many blouses am I carrying around? Probably like 100 of these damn things, right? Okay, so we got our pantalones on. It's kind of dark in here. I'm having a real hard time seeing. I don't have a flashlight or anything either. Only hope is that maybe we'll uncover one. So we got a water cooler over here, which might be useful if you're trying to survive long term. Ah, little fridge over here that we can make use of. I'm actually going to get all this stuff taken care of right now because I don't think I'll ever be back here. We'll bring the beef jerky for later. And that's going to be 85 thirst minus. I always feel stupid when I don't bring orange soda along because I love you, I do. These desks are searchable, aren't they? Okay. So this looks like it's some kind of office building. What I'm going to do for right now... Looks like it's value insurance. One of those places where sharkish individuals try and sell shit to little old ladies that they don't need. Not a fan of the insurance industry. Not a fan. It looks like a bookstore of some sort. I believe we may have just made a couple of friends. And since I'm not interested in social interactions right now... Ugh. There we go. Spread those brains. Like a fine sauce all over the ground. Yay, cranberry sauce. Empty notebook over there. So accessing these places might be a little bit difficult. We can go down the back alley and just take a look and see what's down here, but we're running out of time for the day, so we slept in a little bit late, so we've got a little bit of extra leeway when it comes to entering some of these buildings. Okay, so the back door is shut too. This looks like some kind of seminar building or maybe some kind of workout place. I think it's like a moose lodge or something where people come for like community meetings or something. They broke a window over there. We got a couple of Zeds coming this way. Mendy's Eatery. Okay, well at least everything's labeled. That's a plus. There's nobody behind us, right? Alright, let's get rid of you first. Follow her down. See if I can keep her down. They say you can't keep a good dog down, but you can keep both a good and bad zombie down. You just gotta hit him a little bit harder. I don't know, the same rule might work. Never mind, we're not gonna go in that direction. Never mind. Somebody's gonna be like, yeah, I was beating my dog all day because you said that thing about the dog. And I'll be like, whoa, that was a joke, man. Calm down. Every single time. Every single time. Can't make jokes in this world anymore. There's always that guy who's gonna take it seriously. He's like, metaphors go over my head. I'm like, oh, man. And they were having their own personal... Oh, you can just run straight through the chairs? Okay. Well, I guess that works. Keep that one down. If you can kind of like bounce in between them, might make your life a little bit easier. If she would ever fall down. Almost got me right there. They're both a little bit speedier than I'd like. They're blessed with expediency. Got beta blockers. We got a sapphire ring right there. I'll take the beta blockers and the sapphire ring because the sexy, we've got a key which goes to more than likely... Okay, so it looks like it goes to the... Let me rename this real fast. We'll call this the meeting hall key. You should always name your keys, by the way. If you start to collect the keys for like everything in town, you should really consider like just sitting down and naming them all because it will make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to break the episode off right here and consult a map and figure out how far off I am. I will see you all later. Hi to everybody.